Hello and welcome to reading one. So we've already got a bit of insight into what makes you shine, because we have the hearth here, and it always makes me think of the goddess of the hearth. And the goddess of the hearth is known as Vesta or Festa, depending what your source is, and the word festival is actually derived from the Roman Vesta. So, and it's a celebration of the home, really, all that's rich about the home. And it's a real talent, I think, to be able to create an environment where everybody feels peaceful and warm and has a sense of comfort, if you like. So I'm going to add, let's pick a rune for it. So we have a hornbeam, and hornbeam is like sort of tree white. It's like the salt of the earth. It represents the common man in the sense of it's sort of the man that pulls the plough or pushes the plough, which I think it's the man that provides the workforce, the labour. So it's like good, hard, honest work, and it's a really, really strong tree. They used to use it for lintels in doorways because it was very strong. So I'm going to pull a couple more. So what makes you shine? And let's see how we get to, oh, we have one already. And let's see how we get to creating this environment. So let's have a look. So, and this could be it's in the home, if you like, but it can also be sort of in a team, in a workplace environment as well, where people feel like comfort and supported, if you like. So, and it's an environment where you can sort of replenish yourself, take yourself to one side for a brief time, and sort of recharge, if you like. So let's have a couple more of these. So what makes you shine or thrive, indeed, is this kind of environment. But it also suggests that you are very good at creating this environment. So there's a big sort of there's a sense of sort of community and family and coming together of peoples, if you like. So let's see what we've got on the table now. Magic stream, look at that. Commitment and balancing act. Okay. So what this is saying for me is, and I love this moss agate stone, it's kind of, it's not one of the flashiest stones, but it's one I wear around my neck on my chain at the moment, because it brings in a sort of, it is about positivity and change, but it's also, it's not harsh, it's that earthy. So it's almost about positivity and change within the seasons, if you like. So, and here we have winter, so which is a period of ending, recharging and reflections. So, and again, where everything is forced to slow down because of the weather. But overall, what this is saying, I don't know if you're, it might be you're looking to resettle, to build a home. It might be you're wanting to sort of set up a family, or just find your own collective, your tribe, so you can sort of build your own little nest, if you like. So you've got that kind of place to, that security and that place to go and nurture yourself, but also nurture others as well. So where you can actually be you. So here we have this magic stream, which is gorgeous, and it looks very sort of abundant and lush, doesn't it? And we have commitment and balancing act, and it is a fine balancing act to sort of, because everyone can buy a home or buy a flat, buy a house or rent a flat, but not everyone can make it into a home. That is a talent within itself. So, and it means you're very comfortable sort of within your middle chakra, and you're able to provide that sort of love that which just sort of it's a very peaceful energy. It really is. It's lovely. So I would say, because this is what makes you shine, work-wise, if you wanted to, any sort of area where you're providing, it might be you want to work from home. That's one aspect of it. It might be that you're looking for your home, for where you can sort of settle and be yourself and create your own environment. And it also might be sort of for work related stuff, things that you can create for the home. So, and that could be anything from sort of working in a department store to designing furniture, or being an interior designer, that kind of thing. So this is the area you're looking at to make you shine. Let's see what I'm going to take some tarot cards, and here we go. And I'm just going to do my 52 card drop again, or in the case of the tarot, 78 cards. Whoops. And nearly there. Let's just go, oh, there we go. So we have one. So, and we're looking to see how you can, if you don't have this at the moment, how you can sort of get to that. Whoop. And she really is doing the 52 card drop. So one more shuffle. So what actions can we take to help create this and improve? Ooh, hey. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hierophant. So, and we have this person here teaching yoga. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which kind of, when I talked about sort of change, reminds me of those cycles, if you like. And our young sword, our young page, is about the mind and intellect. He's also about communication and messages. So I'm thinking, I'm feeling that the Hierophant is about industry, is about society, establishment, on a purer and higher level. So it provides counsel, it provides guidance in the way to carry yourself and be, if you like. So, and the Wheel of Fortune, as I say, recognises that we live in this cycle of perpetual change. And if you are looking for somewhere to settle, where you settle or where the environment you want to be in might change with time. That's a very strong possibility. So if you're young and you're listening to this, where you think you want to settle right now is possibly not where you want to be in a couple of years' time. So if you're going to make some kind of commitment, think about the long-term future and where you might want to be. And I would say put out messages, whether this is for your in your social life, in your family life, or whether it's about work. I would listen out for messages and put out messages of what you want or where you want to be. This is very much, there is movement going on in this. So where you are now is not where you will be this time next year. So that doesn't mean you've necessarily got to move location-wise, but what it's saying is things will perpetuate, go into that sort of cycle of growth, so that what you want or what you want is going to be changing and developing as you grow with the seasons. So I would say in any decisions you make about your future and about what you want to do, and it doesn't matter where you are now, you can be in a completely different place in a year's time if you want to be. It's just about making those little steps to get yourself forward, making the right contacts, hooking up with the right social group, and anybody who doesn't make you feel great, or you wouldn't have, if you wouldn't let them cross your threshold, just don't include them in your social group. You don't have to be unpleasant, you just don't have to be, sociable with them. It's like they say, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. So what is going to make you shine, basically, is working towards and developing this environment for yourself. And it will be, to a degree, a labour of love, if you like. But that's okay, because the rewards at the end of it will be fantastic. It's about inner contentment, being happy with yourself and who you are, and being able to sort of, when you shut that front door, feeling at peace. And that is what's going to make you shine. So just listen out. If you want to move, or you want to change your job, or you want to sort of shift your environment in some way, listen out for some messages, and for your home to remain stable, or for the hearth to remain stable, it needs to be fed and poked occasionally. You need to add wood to it, give it a poke to let the air in, all that kind of thing. So it's not, you can't sort of say, oh, I've got loads of money so I can go out and buy what I want. It's about allowing the time and the energy and putting that in to create that environment for yourself. And it might be you on your own, it might be you with a partner, or with a bunch of friends. And in the same way, if it relates to work, it could be finding a way in which you can bring that into your work. So, and as I say, here we have a lady, she's doing yoga, so she's teaching yoga classes, and that's how she earns her money. And so, and her bringing sort of meditation and exercise to people brings her inner contentment. It could be, you could be a chair maker, you could be designing wallpaper, you could be an interior, whatever. It's that kind of thing. So in the sense of work, it's providing the environment for homes, for that home. And in the sense of sort of emotional and physical environment, it's about creating that for yourself on the home front. So I hope this has helped, and if you saw anything that interested you in the other readings, carry on and I'm just about to move on to reading 2. Thank you so much for joining me and listening, and love and blessings. And if you haven't done and you have time, so leave me a comment. I like to know what people are thinking about this, and click the subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you so much. Bye. So, welcome to reading 2. And reading 2, you have the carnelian, which is a lovely stone. And it's a very deep sort of, well, it can be sort of lighter orange or this sort of vibrant, rich red. So, and the colour itself suggests a sort of fire energy and passion to me. So let's add some more cards. And of course it is a crystal gem. So, and we have oak. Ooh, that's interesting, because the next card is oak too, isn't it? Oak is a fascinating tree, I think, because it's like a little ecosystem of its own. So I think what's going to make you shine is using that kind of energy. It's also connected with authority and sort of red tape and stuff like that, which suggests you're going to have to go through and those sort of avenues to get what you want, or even become part of that avenue, that sort of power structure. And if you think about sort of kings in legend, because the oak is the sort of king of the woodland, if you like, a good king provides for his subjects. So a happy kingdom is sort of, well, you know, the money and the resources are well divided and spread out. So it suggests to me that you're going to be in some kind of, what is going to make you shine is some kind of power base that you can, in the highest form of its energy and the most positive form, create abundantly, but also in a benevolent way. That's the word I was going to say. I was going to say beneficial, but benevolent is a better word. So let's have a look. Ooh, great. So we'll have 3 more cards to go with that. So we have this little seed here, and we also have basil. And the seed, I'm also thinking about, I'm connecting with the oak as well, because it's from a little acorn. So this is kind of sort of setting yourself goals and structures that you can grow and develop in long term, I think. So basically, I would say set yourself achievable goals. I'm talking like a teacher now, aren't I? Old habits. But set yourself a sort of a plan or a structure where you can create achievable goals so that you can gradually build up the structure and the environment, and your abundance, if you like. So there's an element of longevity to this, but in forward planning, you can just grow and grow. And let's look at, oh, we have some little ladybirds. I can't remember why, but ladybirds are supposed to be lucky. And then I think, is that a butterfly or is that a ladybird about? I think that's a ladybird about to fly. Apart from the fact that basil's an absolutely delicious herb, it's a really good herb for protection as well as prosperity, love and luck. So it suggests that to be able to shine, to be able to make the most out of your self and your goals, yes, keep planning. Here we go. Lovely. And ride the wave. Okay. Good. So details. So it is about those little bits. I quite often sort of, when I plan a reading, you think of an idea and then you think, how is it's too big of an idea, in the sense that it needs to be something you can work with now and develop now, with a future, with the prospect of being able to grow and build on your knowledge. And this is very much what this is saying to me. So, and it might be you build your knowledge through a very traditional route, and that would be sort of university education and stuff like that. It could be you go through the old sort of crafts and apprentices thing, but it doesn't matter how you do it or what path you take. What matters is that you do keep developing and growing. And as long as you're developing and growing, I think that channel of luck, prosperity and abundance will keep coming through to you. So we've got a couple of things here. So you need to be specific about the details. So that's your intentions as well. So be clear about what you want and how you're going to achieve it. And ride the wave, which is a lovely card. Who doesn't like a dolphin? Is about going, well, with the ebb and flow. So going with the seasonal tides and with the general tide. So it's knowing when to move forward and knowing how, and also taking opportunities of sort of certain fast tracks, if you like. So, and here we have the dolphins fast tracking themselves on the crest of a wave, which is fantastic. This one in the middle, stuck in the mud, because it's got this above it. Mud is a wonderful resource. It is fantastic. I mean, obviously you want other things mixed into it or nutrients. So you don't want just sort of thick clay or something. But what a resource to grow your seeds in. So I think that's rather lovely. Let's see what so what steps can we take immediately towards being able to shine in this way. There's a huge sense of sort of not leadership, well, yeah, leadership, because you're sort of taking on challenges and making them work to your benefit, but also it's a long-term path and you will shine as you go through. So for instance, if you are doing an exam, it means you'll work hard and study hard for that exam. So I am just, let's take that out, and let's go with, I'm going with those two. So there's a consistency to this, a bit like the mud, consistency. So it means you'll shine in areas where you have steady growth. Look at that, isn't she gorgeous? And sort of constant rewards. And the thing about sort of, and a good classic example is university education, because as you achieve a certain goal, then you get a certificate, a grade, or UCAS points, whatever. So, and you build on your previous experience, and this is kind of the core of this, and that creates this sort of very rock solid foundation. But it's also an area you've got to have passion to, because if you're going to apply that much time to something and that much energy and effort, you've got to love it. So think about that as well. So whether it's a job, I don't think it's a relationship, because I'm not getting that vibe off of it. But if it's a project, a job, or whatever, you need to be able to find your passion for it to keep this up and move it forward. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, and he comes in offering resources, and well, he's not the fastest moving of the knights, but he's slow and steady. And then we have the Star, and she brings in hope and balance, and which, you know, she's the lucky star, if you like. So the only thing I would say is there will be certain times where you're not where you do get slightly stuck and unable to move forward, and in those periods it's because you know, the right thing hasn't come along for you, or the right door hasn't opened, or the right opportunity, and use that time. So don't bother fighting against it, because it won't work. Okay, you can't rush it. You just got to sort of pace yourself steadily. And if you do come across certain periods where you think, well, I should be doing this now, but why can't I do this, kind of thing, don't get frustrated about it. Sort of just sort of think, well, there's nothing I can do at the moment, so I might as well just chill. Just sort of, you know, take the opportunity. It's a bit like being in a traffic jam. So if you're in the traffic jam, just think to yourself, well, I'll just put something nice on the radio and listen to it while I'm sitting here. Or I can look out the window and appreciate the view. So don't be afraid to stop and smell the roses on the way. All right? And really, that's all I've got to say to you, reading two. So this kind of sort of project or area, which has got longevity to it, is really what's going to make you shine. And it's possibly a slightly, I'm leaning into sort of the more traditional roots of life and progress, but that doesn't mean that you won't be able to inject your own personality and your own methods and ways of working. So rather fantastic, and also means that it gives you the opportunity to support others, and that's really what this oak is all about. So you have sort of passion, energy and leadership, and you also have the strength and the abundance of the oak tree. So, and all those benevolent energies. So, and if you think about sort of trees, they grow in spurts, don't they? So, depending on the weather and the environment, and each year they build up their rings, and those rings become a map of their life in a sense. You can tell what the climate was like, how hot it was, how much rain you had, all that kind of thing. So it might be, I would say, beneficial to you if you create a journal on the way, so you can then see those odd moments where things come to a standstill. You can reflect on your progress so far and think, yeah, but you know, when I started out here, you know, and you can see how you've changed and how you've grown and how you can shine. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you, and love and blessings to you all. And if you enjoyed this, please come back for another one. I will be putting out 2 a week regularly now, but there will be at least one weekly one. And like, subscribe, sorry, not scribe, and comment, because your comments help me to know what you like and all that kind of thing, and give me ideas. So thank you very much, and goodbye. And I'll either see you on the next reading or on another reading soon. Thank you. Hello, reading 3. So, you have the oak tree. And the oak is, well, king of the woodland, if you like. And one of the things I always think about when I look at the oak is, well, the complexity of it. So what makes you shine is a variety of things, a diversity of things, if you like, because the oak is a sort of ecosystem in its own right. And yes, it's about strength and courage and power, and it's one of the sort of longest lasting trees in the forest. I think they can grow for up to about 800 years or something, which is extraordinary. So it's about establishing yourself in a traditional fashion. It's about abundance and slow and steady growth. It's about gaining knowledge and wisdom, which is what gives you your power. And it's about starting sort of with small steps and then learning to stride, if you like. I'm going to have a tree rune to go with it. And let's see what we get. And we have, slow. Slow or blackthorn, as you might want to call it. Slow berries, you'll probably know, go into gin. Don't like gin, so I've never tried it, but I'm told it's, by those that do like it, it's marvellous. So it's a tree that can enrich, and it's actually, the blackthorn is the original sort of genus for the plum, which is plums and damsons and all that kind of thing. Oh, I've just sent one flying across the floor. I'm just going to pause while I pick that card up. Okay. So I picked the card up, marvellous. So let's get some more cards to go with this. And so what makes you shine? And I think what makes you shine is your ability to take on these responsibilities. So it's kind of like if you were a politician, you would be a fantastic politician because you would be remembered for all the different areas that you took control of and reformed. And looking at this slow energy, slow is also a tricky plant. It's because it's got spikes on it, or thorns, whatever you want to call them. And it's about knowing when to pick the berries or when they're ripe enough. And I think, and it's about allowing them the time to mature. So I'm saying as you get older, as you get more comfortable in your skin, you will develop and in fact you will become more, you will shine more and you will become more charismatic, I think. Okay, that's interesting. I think in every reading I've had a seasonal card or a weather card in this corner. So, which I suppose isn't that not astounding when you've got the Green Witch Oracle, but it's just the placement of the cards. So, earthworms, fantastic creatures. What they do, if you've got a lawn or a flower bed, or even in a pot, they will do it. But they're good at eating. They're recyclers, if you like, sort of chomping their way through the roots of plants and the old material to break it down, to make it into something airy and fertile for what comes after, to have space to grow. And, you know, it's one of those things where if you haven't got any earthworms, you can buy them on the internet now or create your own wormery. And I'm looking, I don't see politics so much, but what I do, I get a real impression of industry here, that you kind of, you might be able to create your own. So whether in a small environment or, but I get that sort of sense of sort of working with big machinery or as a part of a big mechanism or organisation. And you have a nose for this because you know when and how to move forward and how to use things in a productive way, but also a benevolent way, so it's fair to all. So there will be occasions where the fog comes in. That's okay. Oh, look at that. Ooh, the wee folk. Occasions where the fog comes in, but that's normal. You know, that's life. That's the cycle of things, isn't it? The grand sort of, the grand wheel, if you like. But I think what makes you shine is the fact that A, you can work really well in a team, but B, you're not afraid of your own company. So you're not afraid to stand in your own truth, if you like. So, and this solitude card always makes me think of, it's got this lantern here, so it kind of makes me think of the hermit in a way, because there's this sort of guiding light in this fog, and to a degree that's kind of what you are. That's when you come into your own. So you can work on your own and you can stand independently, but you can also head up a team and work as part of a team. So, and so what is going to make you shine is by developing that part of and that side of your personality and your life and your environment. Here we have the fairies are sitting on eggs, so they're sitting on people's dreams, if you like, and there's fairy dust being sprinkled on it. So, and we have goblins as well, and goblins, like the earthworm, are sort of creatures of the underworld, and they make the underworld work really well. So in certain areas, there'll be like the dwarves in Snow White. So they can go down the mines and chip out those diamonds, if you like. They can also look after things under the surface. So there's this extraordinary energy about you that you have, which means that you can so it doesn't matter if things aren't looking good on the surface. You're still working underground, or sort of in the belly, if you like, to get things moving and to get things progressing. You have a way, you have a sort of inner scan that can navigate you through the fog. And that's where you shine, just like this little light. So while others are sort of standing in the fog, sort of thinking, where do I go? What do I do? You're able to carry on and keep those cogs moving, keep the machinery working, prepare the soil, discover the rich resources of what's going on under the surface. Let's have a look and see what we can do right now. Here, oh, here we go. So we have the Hangman. I love this card. I think it looks great. And let's have that one and that one. Okay. So let's have a look at these. Aha. Aha. So, the Hangman is about self-sacrifice. It's also about the ability to see things from a different perspective. And you definitely have that quality. And that quality gives you the resources you need to be able to, for instance, create something out of a patch of land that nobody else can, or see the potential in whatever's in front of you. Just one piece of advice: make sure you keep your energy high. So even when you're sort of going down the mines, if you like, because the Seven of Cups is about choice in how you move forward, which is great, and on an emotional level. But the other thing it can be is, and I think this is a great depiction of it, because here she is in the store, and she's got all these things in front of her that she can do and select. And if you are as talented as I think you are going to have a lot of choices. So stick to the traditional, if you like, or not stick to the traditional, but stick to the thing that you know that's going to work. Okay, so yes, you can create those dreams and what have you, but and here we have Field of Dreams. But for instance, when I think back to the Kevin Costner film Field of Dreams, he couldn't have created his football pitch if he didn't have a field. He couldn't have done it sort of, anywhere else. He had to have a field for it. So make sure you're realistic about your resources. That's what I want to say. But you do have, so don't sort of lean over the counter and think, what have we got here? I would like some love hearts. If what is really going to work for you is a book, or what's that, a torch, I think, a candle, I don't know, but yeah, so the magician creates because he has his resources around him. He has access to those resources. If he doesn't have those earthy resources, he's no longer or balance those, he's no longer the magician. So yes, so what is going to make you shine is actually those talents. You're definitely someone to follow, and you can see the growth and the strength in, and it is long term, and it does get bigger as you develop and grow. So, and your resources will come from all over. And I think possibly on occasion you need this Hanged Man and this Solitude card to actually sort of step back and get back into yourself and sort of calm your mind, so you can then sort of step out, strut across that stage again and start making magic. So reading 3, I hope this resonated with you, and good luck. Love and blessings for now. I usually put up a reading at the moment once or twice a week, depending on work, but there'll be one up every week at least. So if you want to get that, then subscribe, but also you can like and leave me comments, because I just like to know what you're enjoying and what you're not. So thank you.